It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, February 10th, 2017. Get on over! Good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, February 10th, 2017. It is 7 a.m., 7 degrees here. Not today's high is going to be 22 here on the Peter Channel Morning News at 7 a.m. here. Top story at 7 is a San Francisco based bails court has unanimously rejected the Trump administration that's attempt to resume a controversial travel ban that barred people from the 7 predominantly Muslim countries from entering the United States. The White House on Thursday said that top advisor to President Trump has been canceled after using a TV appearance from the White House wing the problem with the COVID and Julie line sold under the brand of Trump's daughter. Beijing, President Trump just backed out from what could have been a serious fight with China on Thursday evening in Washington. He appeared to shy away from confrontation with Beijing by agreeing on the one China policy during a late meeting. Now, Saturday early Friday morning, comparing President Trump's pick to head to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services placed in a position to lead the way in dismantling Obamacare. Protesters blocked entrance to 101 freeway at that time, Los Angeles on Thursday after demonstrations after what they say were steps to immigration raids across the Southland. With everything against nod, Turkey set for April vote on stronger presidency. President Donald Trump is said to be gracious host at his golf courses. He has high-fived playing partners, and after a good shot, he keeps his goal when his own game goes our way. According to friends, never cursing on its his clubs. Istanbul, hundreds of thousands of Iranians held rallies around the country Friday to mark the anniversary of the Islamic Revolution and the main march in the third thread, and a new twist displayed placards and praising Americans who protested President Trump. Beijing, a Chinese wanted aircraft in the U.S. Navy patrol plane at an unsafe encounter with a South China Sea swing U.S. U.S. President Trump speaks on members of the law. As Trump spoke with Afghan leaders, U.S. commanders called for more troops. Washington has sworn Jeff Sessions, the national attorney general Trump administration, signaled some of the priorities for revamp Justice Department in a series of executive orders aimed at reducing crime and drug trafficking. Washington's executive order is proposed and is required to be sent to the Office of Management and Budget and Executive Branch Agency for review. Cottonwood Heights, Utah. U.S. Representative Justin Chavez was met by freaking Devin Booz on a Thursday town hall as the constituents grilled him on everything from investigation President Donald Trump's tax return to the Planned Parenthood. Phoenix and immigration mother Phoenix granted leniency during the Obama administration and supported the Mexico Thursday when activists said was an early example of how President Donald Trump plans to carry fight on his vow to crack down. It can be difficult to become a U.S. citizen. A lot of people put a large amount of time, effort, and money into the process of getting an American passport or failed not to the right of permanent residency. Washington, therefore, say 2 people are critically injured in the house fire. Washington Capitol Hill neighborhood, the District of Columbia Fire Department treated death to the fire. Broke out early Friday morning at a home on Maryland Avenue. U.S. officials said U.S. Navy and Chinese aircraft had an unsafe coastal Canada in the South China Sea after fire went 1,000 feet of each other. Landslides caused by sustained torrential rains and valley hit 3 villages late Thursday night, destroyed and taking lives along the way. Georgia Congressman Tom Press was confirmed by the U.S. Senate as the Secretary of Health early Friday morning. Reagan Benixer has greeted by U.S. baby formula Mead Johnson Nutrition for $16.6 billion, giving the British Consumer Goods Company a new product line and expanded its presence and development. The U.S. Labor Department is reported delayed the controversial Obama air fiduciary rule on the financial advice for 188 to take public comment on the rule. China regulated vows to punish giant crocodiles in capital markets. Online travel services company Expedia Incorporated reported a 23.2% rise in the fourth quarter revenue, helped by higher gross bookings. Wait, look at that stocks now. Up 182.06% at 20,172.40. SP 5 up 13.20%. 2,307.87 at Nasdaq up 32.73%. 5,715.18. NASA maps out Peninsula. London mission to Jupiter, Moon, Europa. Skywatchers this weekend will get 2 special subtle treats. Peninsula lunar eclipse on Friday and a strange green comet reaching its peak view time the following morning. Hundreds of volunteers form a human chain into the shells of a remote beach in New Zealand as they try desperately to save hundreds of pound whales that beach themselves there. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration today approved emphysema tablets and oral suspension to treat patients aged 5 years and older with Duchenne muscular dystrophy and hereditary disorder that causes progressive muscle deterioration. Woodard told that substitute mammogram was a false alarm and more likely to delay the next scheduled mammogram or possibly not show up for their next screening at all. The price of naloxone auto-injector Immuno has increased from $690 or $45. Senator's question. Calio Pharmaceuticals will increase in a bit of opioid abuse in the United States. Baltimore, health cases on the floor, increase in the spread across the country, including America. Doctors are stressing how serious the illness can be. And a tip from New England Alert Report. Be careful head out this morning. Give yourself extra time. There are some slick spots on highways, especially on off ramps. City roads are very slick. Peter Channel News on 7:06 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for Sports Report on good results from both local teams last night. Boston Bruins defeat the San Jose Sharks in the first game of the Bruins Cassidy Air 6-3 over the San Jose Sharks ball. Out of the West Coast, the Boston Celtics beyond Isaiah Thomason's 34 points fought back and beat the Puck Trailblazers 120-111. Worth the Oaks League Thunder supposed to struggle is get the fractured form of hitting the church frustration. Number 10, USA on Thursday. Salvador opening Pac-12. We're in season town. Kind of revenge against number 5. Oregon. Storming up for 99 the first time to win 82-79. Purdue tops Indiana Hoosiers 69-64. And Pittsburgh Steelers entering by top Visa paper wing before the Facebook Live deal. Peter Channel News time is now 7:07 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for Traffic and Transit Report. Let's stop the MBTA where the regularly scheduled services is running today on the MBTA. And all the commuter rail lines are looking good and off and running, and the bus some snow routes are affecting the MBTA bus. On the commuter rail, Fairmont train 751, 6 away from South Station and 5 minutes late between South Station and Weedville. Worcester train 503, 5 away from South Station up and near scheduled between Southborough and Worcester. Providence train 808 is up at 10 minutes late as between. Scheduled between TF Green, South Station and Earl Forest Doors. Providence train 804, 16 minutes about is up at 20-25 minutes. Beyond scheduled between Alabama Substation due to early frozen doors. Providence Street 806 65 way inbound is up. Pardon. Providence is up at 15-20 minutes past scheduled due to frozen doors. And Providence Street 802 45 inbound is up at 35 minutes past scheduled between Medfield and Substation due to frozen doors. So pack extra travel time if you're headed out to work. Okay, looking at highways and byways. Here, 95 on the southbound side. It is backed up from Bridgeport down to Norwalk. 95 on the northbound side. Bridgeport down to New Haven. 95 on the southbound side by the New Haven. 91 on the northbound side by the Hampton all the way at the downtown Hartford. 84 eastbound side by the New Britain on the downtown Hartford. 84 both ends back to Hartford out of the Union. 91 is backed up from Middletown all the way to Enfield. 84 westbound side by the Newtown. 57 on the eastbound side back to Route 91 in Springfield. 395 on the northbound side by the connected all the way to Webster, Mass. Route 6 on both ends back to where the Killedy. 395 both ends back to Norwich down to Old Saybrook. And 95 on both ends back to Old Saybrook down to New London. 95 both ends back to Sturton down to New London. 185 on both ends back to Swansea down to Providence. Route 4 on both ends back to North Keys down to East Greenwich. Route Airport Roadway both ends back to Warwick. 37 on the eastbound side. It's back to from 285 all the way down from Warwick down to Cranston. 95 on the southbound side is back to Cranston. 146 time ago from North Smith down to 285 on Lincoln. 195 both ends back to 6 in Swansea down to Providence. Route 60 eastbound backed up from Providence all the way. 195 eastbound back to Providence all the way up to New Bedford here. 25 both ends back to Warren Wareham and 495 slows both ends from 185 New Bedford in Wareham all the way up to Middleburg. Route 6 time ago from Samuel down to Orleans. 20 both ends back to Warren to Falmouth. Route 3 so from Samuel all the way down to Plymouth. 3 North Road bound from Kingston all the way to Hanover. 44 both ends back to the 05 Middleburg all the way to Plymouth. 495 southbound slow to the Norton Stretch. 95 at the northbound side of the 295 and down there all the way up to 140 in Foxburg. 95 above is back with Route 1 in Sharon. 95 at the dot pass battle. 128 out in Kenton. Route 3 step pass battle with the Big 3 Sweat. 7 expressway. Both is back to Quincy all the way at the Dorchester. Best back east pass side. It's backed up from Austinburg Tolls. And best back west pass side. Back to South Boston away at the Austinburg Tolls. 128 step pass side back with the Route 3 all the way at Route 2 out in Lexington. Route 2 east pass battle. Lexington stretch. Route 3 step pass battle. Bill Wiggins stretch and Chelsea stretch. 93 step pass side. It is backed up from 485 and end of Route 125. And it makes it from Somerville to Stankin Bridge. 95 in the step outside battle with 128 out in Peabody. Up in the entry, 101 both is battle extra away to Hampton. Smaller trip back step outside back with Route 4 in Durham. Every trip back in the step outside battle hooks it all in Manchester. 295 west step outside back with Portland, Maine. Main trip back looking from York to Augusta here. 95 on the step outside battle Fairfield and Warfield. 95 both is battle Power Byron all the way out to Bangor end. Hit breakthrough at Old Town. 878 on South Bath Little Soul after the Canadian border up in upstate New York and Vermont and Ottawa 50 on North Bath battle with 7 Quebec and towards Montreal. Peter Channel News Time 7-11 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And if you're gonna clean up after the snow, you gotta bundle up because it's gonna be freezing out. First 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, most last about 22 degrees, wind chill miles, low 1 below, north force about 6 to 11 miles gust side, 32 miles. Tonight, snow likely about to 3 a.m. Increased skies, about 32 degrees, light variable wind, chance patient 6%. New snow commission 1 to 3 inches possible for Saturday. Chance of snow between 4 2 p.m. Then a chance of rain and a snow between 2 and 3 p.m. Then a chance of rain after 3 p.m. Cloudy with high to 37 degrees. Southeast wind about 5 miles coming to light available in the afternoon. Chance of precipitation 50%. New snow commission less than 1 inch possible for Saturday. A slight chance of rain, snow before 10 p.m. Then a chance of snow after 11 p.m. Mostly cast about 25 degrees, light and off wind. Transportation 40%, little no commission expected Sunday. Snow likely before 11 a.m. Then rain is still likely between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Then rain after 2 p.m. Areas fog after 2 p.m. Out of 30 degrees eastward about 5 miles. Transportation is 8%. Saturday night, rain is still coming all snow up to 4 a.m. Low at 30 degrees. Transportation 9%. Monday, snow likely before noon. Mostly clouds have at 36 degrees. Windy transpiration is 6%. Monday night, forecast about 22 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sun skies about 36 degrees. Tonight, a chance of snow showers at 1 a.m. Mostly cloud skies with a 24. Transpiration 30%. Wednesday, chance of rain and snow showers. Areas of fog areas. Mostly cloud skies about 39 degrees. Transpiration 50%. Wednesday night, chance of snow. Mostly clouds about 26 degrees. Transpiration 30%. And for Thursday, punt size about 35 degrees. In Taunton, it's 10 above with fair skies. $7 degrees in Norton and 5 above in Mansfield. And that is going to be for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, February 10th, 2017. I'm Peter Treatment. Good morning, goodbye today. I hope you have a good day.